I'm Robyn.
And I'm Julie.
We're two mamas who love inspiring healthy living.
After facing family health challenges and seeing how natural solutions transformed our lives, we are determined to help other mamas thrive, not just survive.
What if feeling awesome every day is possible for you and your family?
Come along with us on our natural journey.
Hi, I'm Robyn.
And I'm Julie.
Welcome to our podcast,
Helping Mamas Thrive.
We did it. Today's topic is
body code.
Have you heard of it? Yay.
I'm so excited. So this is more of kind of an interview from me. And I'm going to be interviewing Robyn because she is the one who is going through the certification for body code. And if you haven't heard of body code, it is I'm on emotion code. You're already certified in emotion code.
Emotion code is level 1. You can
level 1. Oh, okay. You can think about it as level 1.
Level 1.
Okay.
And body code is level 2.
Level 2. Yeah. Excellent. And there's even level 3.
Belief code.
Yeah. So I want to first ask you a question about body code and what inspired you. Well, what inspired you to even take the emotion code to start this journey?
This is a good question. What did inspire me?
I don't know. I just remember you bought the book and you bought a book for me.
I did. I was nice. I think when I was getting certified for quantum nutrition response, I met other practitioners who do what we do. And one of them talked about emotion code and body code with me.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was telling me about it. And so it fascinated me because emotions are a big part of our health and people really don't talk about them. But if you guys listen to us and like forgiveness is a big deal in my life, it's something I've been trying to work on for years. And emotions are reasons why people get disease, right? I mean, you can meet somebody who's eating healthy now and all of a sudden has cancer, or they have a healthy lifestyle right now and they have a heart attack. There's a reason for that. That's not like there's no reason. A lot of people are out there like, I have no idea. There was no history of blah, blah. That is not an adequate response. There is always a reason.
Right.
I mean, our bodies were divinely created. The more and more I learn about it, the more and more I'm amazed about the systems and the things that our bodies do. They're like unbelievable. And so, no, there's always a reason. Always. So I was fascinated about the emotions. And so emotion code is, when we go through things, emotions can get trapped in our bodies and prevent them to heal.
Okay. So give an example of what a trapped emotion would be.
Well, how about we say like symptoms?
Okay.
And then
okay. Yeah.
Like one of my clients had tennis elbow.
Okay. Oh, great. Okay.
And I have them number 1 through 10, 10 being the worst.
Okay.
So let's say she had tennis elbow at an 8.
Okay.
And I did emotion code and was completely gone.
Wow. And so, and would it be something logically we would think of being tied to tennis elbow? Like,
no.
Okay. No. So how do you go about doing that? How do you go?
You ask.
Okay.
So, our subconscious knows everything it needs to heal.
Okay.
Our subconscious mind doesn't have judgment, right? And so it's like a computer and you just ask it yes or no questions. It's all in the question, just like muscle testing, just like what we do.
Okay.
And so you just say, is there a trapped emotion contributing to this tennis elbow? And if the answer is yes, then and then you can do it. Sometimes things don't get, sometimes things take multiple sessions. Sometimes things get fixed right away. But that's why you number it, because sometimes with pain, let's say somebody's at a 9 and it goes to an 8 or a 6, it's a win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like anything.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about emotion code is people's reactions. So like during the session, people feel things like some people feel the energy moving. Some people feel lighter. Some people get their wind, like they're like, like when, and their body starts processing while we're doing the session. It's really, really cool. And it may not even have anything to do with the issue. Like the lighter, like a lot of people report that they feel lighter.
Yeah. Yep.
But people process in different ways. They could yawn. They could feel tired. I do have a client who got a fever.
Wow.
And I have a couple clients who had digestive issues for a couple days because their body was like really processing the emotions that we let out. So anyway, I just feel like emotion code was really important. But I do need to say, when we're muscle testing, when people test for emotions, I ask if a Young Living oil will address the emotion or emotion code.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so there's like a percent of people who the oil will do the trick.
Okay.
And then there's a percent of people that need emotion code.
Okay. Awesome. So then once you got your emotion code certification, you had done a body code session with somebody before.
Yeah, I've been in probably about 6 to 9 of them for me.
Okay.
My whole family's in body code.
Okay. Wow. So what's intriguing about that, the second level? What is it? How is it different?
So I didn't really understand it. I wish I had finished reading the book before having the sessions. So what's interesting about it, first of all, let's go back to emotion code because I didn't say this. Okay. You actually are clearing so every emotion has a memory and a very specific vibration, right? And so you're clearing it out of the body by using the governing meridian. So like that's an Eastern thing. If you're looking on YouTube, you can see me. And it goes out of your body. It doesn't come back. That very specific memory. I mean, of course, you can feel anger multiple times in your life. Right. So that's a really neat technique, but it leaves the body. It's
so cool.
It just happens. Which tell
I've
your
experienced
story.
it. Oh, okay. So we were at a convention and I had an experience that was very traumatic for me, I feel like. And you were gracious enough to say, hey, do you want me to do motion code? And I was like, no, I think I'm just gonna, take my oils and I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm sure in the morning it's gonna be fine. And y'all, I was undone. It was one of those things where you feel sick to your stomach. You feel like you have that rock in your stomach. You can't think about anything but the incident. So you're just looping in your brain, playing it over and over again. I couldn't eat. I really couldn't function or process anything else. But I thought, oh, it's okay. I'm sure tonight I'll process all the emotions. It'll be fine in the morning. Woke up in the morning, literally nothing had changed. Still had that rock in my stomach. And so Robyn's just patiently sitting there like, okay, you ready now? And I was like, yeah. And that was, and you had done, I think, emotion code on me before. And I had felt light and everything, but this was the first time that the rock in my stomach disappeared. The looping in my brain completely, no more brain fog. I was clear thinking. I was able to eat breakfast and then go and enjoy the convention. Like it was so astounding to me. I almost couldn't believe it.
I think that was a turning point for you. You believed it worked.
Yeah.
But that day you really felt it.
Right. When you experience something for yourself, it's a whole different ballgame. I mean, it really is. So I was so grateful. I'm like, thank you. Thank you for not giving up on me and like saying, hey, still here if you want some help. I guess even though I believe that it definitely makes a difference, I didn't realize how drastically that kind of pain in your stomach, like that rock could just disappear like that. Like that to me was just intellectually in my conscious brain so hard to believe.
I think that most people would be surprised.
Yeah.
It's kind of unbelievable that releasing an energy out of your body can make it heal.
Yeah.
And you not like perseverating over it. I think that was a big deal.
Oh,
like you're like, you're like, I'm not even thinking about it.
I know. I literally, my whole mood changed, right? And I was energized. I was like ready to go slay the day. And before I was not, I was like, you're going to have to go without me. I'm just going to sit here and wallow,
Yeah.
So it was super cool. And yeah, that was kind of a turning point, made me a believer in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so for body code, it's like a level deeper.
Okay.
So emotions are so fun. Like There's so many different types. And you know, my
Mhm.
favorite one is inherited. I love the inherited emotions because you can ask, like, did you inherit it from your mom or your dad? Did they
Right.
inherit it? Who did they inherit it from? You just keep asking questions. I've cleared like 8 generations
Wow.
of inherited emotions, and that's implanted in your DNA, you know?
Mhm.
And so how freeing for that whole family.
Mhm.
It's just so
Mhm.
beautiful. And usually people have a visceral reaction
Right.
to the inherited ones. And so it's just really neat. But we can ask all kinds of questions when people absorb the emotion. Where
Right.
did they absorb it from?
Can it help more than just that person? Like, say you release their trapped emotion, it was inherited or something.
Yes. If
Is
they're
it?
living.
Oh,
Yeah,
if they're
sure.
that's awesome.
Absolutely. In fact, I do have a client who she was going through something,
Mhm.
and she absorbed the emotion from her mom
Mhm.
or shared it. One of the two. No, I think she shared it. And her mom was going through the same thing.
Wow.
And that's what shared is. You're going
Okay.
through the same thing at the same time.
I gotcha. Okay.
And her mom felt relief. Like she,
Wow.
and so she texted me the next day. She's like, I felt relief and my mom felt relief.
So cool.
And her mom didn't know I did the
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
So that's really neat. But animals too. I've done animals.
Yes, you've done Hershey.
Yeah.
Yes, which is so great.
Mhm.
He had an issue not wanting to go out and walk on the street. And so Robin did a motion code, and it was just hilarious. The next day, he just like, bounding along. And I'm like, the heck is going on? And he went out to the street, no problem, went on a walk. And I was like, oh my word.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
All the animals. The donkey that was like headbutting the fence.
The chickens that would
chicken
lay the egg.
would lay the egg. I saved that chicken's life, man.
Seriously, that chicken was in pain.
That poor chicken. But it took 3 days. That took a because you ask how long it's going to process,
Yeah.
and that it was the third day
Oh my
that
goodness.
chicken. But the chicken's owner was doing a lot to Epsom salt baths. She was really taking care of that chicken.
I love it.
But yeah, the horses are really neat. The
So cool.
dogs, the cats, I've done all those.
I love it.
So yeah.
So body code.
Okay.
Okay, so second level, and where are you in the certification right now?
I'm like halfway through.
Okay.
So body code is just a deeper level of healing, let's say.
Okay.
So I do want to say that, as the practitioner, I can't read anybody's mind.
Right.
And I just need to know the information, the minimal amount of information to clear it. So sometimes I need to know like how old the person was. Like I asked the subconscious.
Mhm.
The actual client doesn't actually have to answer most
Okay.
things.
That's great.
But a lot of times the client will say, well, ask if it was my divorce or ask if it was this.
Mhm.
But the body reveals what it wants to work on
Oh, that's
first.
cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes people are surprised. They're like, oh, I thought it would be when I was fired, but it's not. It was something else.
Oh, interesting.
It's really cool. So same with body code. It's, somebody will have issues they want to work on.
Okay.
And I haven't told you this.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so I have a client
Okay.
who last week they had some spike proteins
Okay.
and some other metabolizing issues.
Okay.
And I gave them, their treatment.
Mhm.
It's not treatment, it's like their weekly plan.
Okay.
Because we can't diagnose or
Right.
treat anything.
Right.
We don't really do that.
Yeah.
But we support the body to balance it,
Right.
right? So I gave her what I thought needed to
Mhm.
balance it.
Yes.
And then I did the body code.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Ah,
There's no more spike proteins.
love
And there
it.
is no more and the misregulation totally gone.
I love it.
And because I went to do another session, I was like, it was
Oh.
not there.
Oh, that's so
It
fabulous.
totally worked. And I had another client this week with body code. She had acid reflux at like a 6. So I have people number that too.
Okay.
And then the second session, it was 0.
Wow.
She didn't even remember. It was kind of like your stress ball.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
And I was like, well, how's the acid reflux? And she's like, what? She's like, wait, I don't have acid reflux. totally
Isn't
on.
that so funny how we're so tolerant as humans. We'll tolerate so much discontent in our bodies. And then when it's gone, we're like, oh, right.
Yeah, what happened? I think it's a survival thing too.
Probably.
And it's good. It's
Yeah.
good that we don't focus on it necessarily,
Right.
right? But sometimes the healing happens in layers. Sometimes it takes a long time.
Mhm.
Some people feel relief immediately. Some people 6 months. Like it takes a long time.
Right.
I just started. I've been doing it for like a month.
Okay.
It's intense. It is a lot of information. There
Wow.
are so many layers to uncovering that healing, and I'm not the healer. Your body knows what needs to be healed. I'm like the translator. Like I'm just asking the body questions and then clearing it using the governing meridian.
Right.
So I'm not actually doing the healing.
Right.
I'm just translating.
Right.
I mean, I am doing the governing meridian.
Yeah.
I'm just helping the person.
Right. Process that and yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
it's a very methodical, just like what we do for quantum nutrition is very methodical, and the body doesn't lie. It doesn't let you do things wrong. Like if you ask,
Right. That's so true.
I love that.
Yes. I got stuck. I was doing, we have to do a lot of emotion code sessions and a certification. So I'm still, in the middle of mine. But I was asking questions and it wouldn't let me go any farther. And I didn't realize that there was a heart wall. So then I had to call you and I was like, phone a friend, because it was just that. It wouldn't let you go any further. So
Yeah, so a heart wall. So when you're doing emotion code, before you can clear any emotions, you have to see if somebody has a heart wall. And that's just like somebody, when we go through a hard time, we create a wall around our heart. So before working on any issues, you actually have to take the heart wall down. So some people, easy, one session, you get rid of the heart wall. Some people, I've had to up to 3 sessions
wow.
that just was for the heart wall.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's absolutely amazing. So how do you do this? Do you do it in person? Do you do it remotely? How is body code done?
Yeah, we can do it remotely. We can do it in person.
That's awesome.
I mean, a lot of the people that do it in person or even remotely, like I can just do it myself and send people notes. They don't have to be live.
They don't have to be on
No,
the
they can just tell me the issues. But they don't understand what I'm saying sometimes because there's so many details.
Yeah.
But there's also action items that are really cool.
Yeah.
Like your body's like craving amaranth or like peppermint essential oil or black beans. Like like people have been testing for certain things, cashews.
Interesting.
Yeah, your body identifies some nutrition. Oh, water is a big thing.
Okay.
People they think they're drinking enough water, but maybe either their electrolyte utilization is not good, or their water quality is not good, or they're like, even if they have a Kagan or some other Berkey, like they think they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Their bodies may not have enough minerals. So it's pretty cool. And it all comes up in the session.
That's so great. It sounds like you can really go into a lot of detail.
Yes.
And which is really super cool. A lot of people want good information and it's good that you can go in depth.
So if you're looking, if you're watching us, this is what the app looks like. And there's 6 categories that you start with: energy, circuits or systems, toxins, pathogens, misalignment, and nutrition and lifestyle. So there's a lot of info within each one has like hundreds of choices. But what I've been seeing so far is a lot of misalignments.
Okay.
Energetically, lots of meridians, not in, lots of ribs, lots of teeth.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Those are the most.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then lots of nutrition and lifestyle. Pathogens are crazy. Like,
oh my gosh.
and a pathogen is like anything, like it can be physical, like mold, parasites, fungus, bacteria, but it can also be an energy of a pathogen. So like when we get rid of the bacteria, the energy still stays in our body.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so I know it's just like a gland. So sometimes people see us and they got their gallbladder taken out, but they still have an imbalance in that area because the energy is still there.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. That's the same thing.
Right.
And you can inherit, there's something called a prion.
Really?
It's an inherited energy.
Wow.
It indicates the energetic form of a proteinaceous infectious particle.
Oh my gosh.
Containing misfolded proteins.
Wow.
And it's often inherited. It's really, isn't that neat?
That is so neat.
And you can figure out, oh, that's not the one that's inherited. It's the myism that's inherited.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me that.
Anyway, there's just, I'm still a student, so be patient. 50% done. So anyway, there's just a lot of things that contribute to our imbalances. I was working on somebody's snoring. I worked on somebody's foot pain.
Which, as we know, is the third leading cause of divorce. We just learned that, snoring.
Yep. So I've worked on all kinds of things so far, which is really fun.
It's so great because I think so many people this day and age are just chasing symptoms. And if we can just take a step back and we can look at our whole entire body, because we are beautifully and wonderfully designed, if we can believe that we can heal, which is like,
hello, that's key.
That's
I mean,
key.
we see this all the time. Sorry to pick on you,
no.
I mean, people really need to believe that they can heal. That mindset, if you don't believe that, that's not good. Go watch the Dr. Emoto videos, which we tell all of our clients to go watch the water experiments about positively talking. But why wouldn't you believe that? Like at the very foundational level, if you believe in God, which I know some people don't, that's okay. I'm not judging them. But if you do believe in God, why wouldn't you believe that our bodies were made to heal? Like, I've thought about this so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really were divinely created. I mean, the systems are unbelievable. Like, when you get a cut, you don't have to tell your body to heal it. It does it.
Yep.
You know, when you get exposed to a virus, you don't have to tell your body to get a fever to get rid of it or to poop it out. Like when you get overloaded by toxins, you don't have to tell your body to throw up and have diarrhea. Like your body knows. Alert, alert. There's an intruder in the body. Let's get it out. That's what that is. These are gifts. These are huge, huge gifts.
They really are.
And we should not be suppressing them. I mean, our culture today is like symptom management.
Yes.
And when we have a symptom, we all freak out. And that's accepted. And I totally get it because I was there. You know, we both of us.
Sure.
You know, you get a headache, you take some medication. Well, why do you have the headache?
Now I'm so curious about everything. Like there's nothing that comes across where I don't ask the question why. Like, why is this happening? I'm so curious. Like, why aren't people curious? And even about their own bodies. They live in their body and they're like, I don't know. And maybe it's a survival tool, like we were talking about before. This is the book, The Emotion Code. You don't have the body code here, but there's also a book. And it is just a great read, even if you're just like curious about, some of these things. The more empowered you get about health and wellness is like, it's freedom. I'm so glad that I do know about a lot of these things and went down a lot of the rabbit holes because it is freedom. I don't have this great fear or this great worry. It's like I understand a lot of these things and I realize that my body can handle, taking care of a lot of this stuff.
Well, I mean, it does get scary, especially with our kids. So our kids have a problem. We're like, we just want to fix it. And that's hard. That's hard to work through, especially when they're suffering and you can't figure out the problem.
Yes.
But the answer is there.
Yes.
The answer is out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I do see it's hard for me to, when I'm on Facebook and I see people looking for very different medical professionals, but those are symptom management tools. It's not looking for the cause.
Right. Exactly.
And so that's what we want to encourage you to do if you're listening to this. Empower yourself to look for the cause of the symptom. The body code is amazing. And the one thing that we like about both emotion code and body code. It's sort of the easy button. Like, you don't have to like recognize that you had this past trauma. You don't have to talk about the trauma.
Right.
You don't have to relive it. Right. You don't have to, you know, a lot of people don't even know what's causing them to be quick to anger or like why. You just have to know that you have this issue, right. And then we can try to work on it.
That's right. And we can get emotionally intelligent. Like there is that possibility that we can
get to a place where we're, you know, able to handle, you know, some things. So it's a great exercise to go through.
Yeah. So if you want to experience this, I'm not certified yet, so I can't charge or anything, but hopefully I will be soon. If you want emotion code, I can definitely do that now. Julie's still getting certified. You can go to our website and book a session for emotion code.
Right.
And maybe in the next couple months for body code.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so excited to see what else comes.
I know, right? Oh, please share this with anybody that you think might need it.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you guys.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. And if you want to support our show, give us a 5-star rating.
To learn more about our practice, visit athelivingtree.com.